Good morning, everyone. We're welcome to today's Free Mentorship Academy. My name is Sandra Naomi Katambi. I am sitting in for Dr. Sylvia Mwansa, who is not able to be with us today. So before we begin, I bring warm greetings from Dr. SunshineSylvia Mutale-Mwansa. Unfortunately, today she is not able to join us this morning because she is attending a funeral for her aunt. It's a sad development, but we have to stand with her in prayer. In fact, she has not only one funeral, she's currently attending to two funerals in her family. However, as you may all know, this program has always been driven by purpose and commitment. Even in Dr. Sylvia Sansha's absentia, she is still with us. She teaches us that while life presents us with challenges, our purpose and outcome must continue. Her passion for mindset change transformation is the reason I am standing before you this morning. She strongly believes that changing lives through learning, mentorship, and personal development cannot stop because circumstances become difficult. Today, I have the privilege of sharing her thoughts and reflections on a topic that affects each and every one of us. So, the title for today's presentation is Living Better Than Yesterday, a Mindset Change Journey. And I say it again, Living Better Than Yesterday, a Mindset Change Journey. We have a very beautiful quote today, and our anchor quote says, Life doesn't allow us to go back and fix what we have done wrong in the past, but it allows us to live each day better than our last. You know, this sounds very simple, but it contains a very powerful lesson. The story is really a mindset issue. You know, many people spend years wishing they could go back and change something. They could change a missed opportunity. They could change a failed relationship. They could change a poor decision. They could change a financial mistake. They could change a career disappointment. But you know what? Life only moves in one direction. And what is that one direction? Life always moves us forward, regardless of what we face, regardless of the pain we have to go through, regardless of the failure standing right in our face. The main important thing about life is moving forward. And the question is not what happened to me. You know, oftentimes when something happens, we do nothing but look at ourselves as the victims of that scenario. And we ask ourselves, what happened to me? However, not in the mindset change shift. We have to ask ourselves a very powerful question, and it is, what will I do next? I'm going through this circumstance. What will I do next? I'm going through this challenge. What will I do next? That is where mindset change begins. We ought to always have a very powerful mindset if we are to overcome the things that we go through in life. So let's for just a few seconds, let's try to understand, what is this mindset? What is mindset? You may be asking yourselves a question, what mindset really is. Mindset is all about the way that we think, the way that we interpret situations, the way that we make the decisions that we make, and the way that we respond to the challenges that we face. You know, two people can experience the same problem, but they can achieve different outcomes. Do you know why? It's because of the mindset. One person going through something will say, I see this as an obstacle and there's nothing I can do about it. But another person will see it as an opportunity to either birth something out of it or even just a way to resolve it. One person will see failure and they will cry about it. They'll think this is the end of the world for them. But another person will say, oh, what is this teaching me? It's actually giving me feedback to go in a different direction. One person may ask, why me? And this is a most common question we all ask ourselves. When we are going through something, we always look back and say, why me? Why am I going through this? Why not you? Have you asked yourself a question, why not you? There's a purpose for you to go through what you're going through. But however, another person will get up and they'll ask themselves, what can I learn from this? This is a difference in mindset. And as Dr. Sunshine Sylvia often says, if your mindset does not change, your results will not change. You will always be at the same place, circling around the same problems, doing the same things over and always remaining frustrated. Improved results always begin with improved thinking. As long as you are not thinking straight, your results will not improve. As long as you do not change your approach to certain things, as long as you do not change your mindset, you will always remain the same. Mindset, however, it affects our productivity. Having a correct mindset will not only affect our productivity, it will also affect our relationships, it will affect our finances, it will affect our leadership, it will affect our health, and overall the quality of life. When our thinking improves, our actions will definitely improve. When our actions improve, we will see greater results. Many people remain trapped by the past because of three things: regret. How many of us have gone through a circumstance and we keep regretting, why did I do this? Why did I go through this? Why did this happen to me? We consistently play the old mistakes. And if you are an overthinker like me, you can consistently replay the mistakes, even try to play the scenarios on what's going to happen, what happened, what could have happened. You become a prisoner of what cannot be changed. You become frustrated. You become emotionally disgruntled because you're focusing on things that will not even matter in your life. The second thing that we always do is blame. We blame everybody except ourselves. We blame our parents. We will blame our leaders. We will blame our employers. We even blame the government. We blame our colleagues. We blame our spouses. We blame the circumstance itself. Blame may explain a situation, but it doesn't resolve it. The other third thing that we always go through is fear. Because I failed the first time, I fear failing again. We fear criticism. We fear trying something new. We fear to do things that will take us out of our comfort zones. And you know what fear does? It just prevents our growth. The truth is that the past is a classroom, it's not a prison. I will say that again. Your past is a classroom, it is not a prison. Why do we say it's a classroom? Because we simply learn from it. We simply learn and grow from it. We do not live in our past. Our past circumstances do not define our future. However, we have to move from the past and grow out of it, and we are not supposed to live in our past. Mindset change teaches that every experience carries a lesson, and the key to identify this lesson is simply to move forward. You identify the lesson, you put actionable steps to move forward, then you'll be on the road to recovery. There is a power that we always have to carry, a power of daily improvement. Success is not built in a day. Success is not built in a day. Success is built brick by brick. It's a composition of so many things. It's a composition of trying and trying and trying. It's a composition of tears. It's a composition of hard work. It's not something that you attain in a day. However, failure is not created in one day either. So both are products of daily habits. When you fail, what will you do? When you succeed, what will you do? So they are all products of daily habits. One question that you always have to ask yourself is, what can I do today that is slightly better than yesterday? So what can I do if you know that maybe you need to attend a meeting and you are always the person who's apologizing? I'm sorry for coming late. How about waking up 30 minutes earlier today? That would bring a change. If yesterday you woke up at 6:30, what about waking up at 6 hours today? Set that alarm, wake up and see how it will be. Perhaps it could be drinking more water. You know, we women, like Dr. Sunshine Sylvia says, we always have to drink 2.5 liters of water, and our men have to take 3 liters of water. How about just being intentional about it? Taking a glass of water, put it in close to you as you're working, and then you can sip on that water. How about just reading one chapter a book? You don't have to stress yourself. Often at times, when we get a book to read, we always want to push ourselves to read the whole chapter in one day. What about just taking a chapter of a book and reading it? Would that make a difference? How about saving a small amount of money? There's a very big misconception about saving. We are always thinking saving is about getting 10,000 and putting it in an account, or yet overlooking the other challenges that we have. What about if of the 10,000 you choose to save a 500? It will make a difference. What about completing an important task or learning a new skill? You found that this is where I face challenges, and then you just get up and say, okay, great, let me learn a new skill. How about improving our customer service and strengthening relationships? That is also important. How about showing gratitude? And small improvements create big results. As you can see from the things that I have highlighted above are quite small and minimal, but the results will be big. The results will be happy and it will be progress. The goal is not perfection. If you seek perfection, that is your your fast process to failure. The goal is progress, one step at a time. Rome was built one step at a time. You don't have to do everything to get to where you are in a day. Give yourself grace. Go through the progress, the process of doing everything that you need to do. Every day life gives us another opportunity to improve. I always say this. The fact that you are alive, the fact that you've waken up in the morning, that is God telling you, dear child, I am not done with you yet. This is another opportunity for you to grow, an opportunity to improve, an opportunity to change things that may have happened not the way you liked them before, but you can do something about it today. That is why life gives us every single day. The three mindset change questions that we always ask ourselves through Dr. Sunshine Sylvia, she often reminds us that transformation begins with asking ourselves the right questions, not the why me questions, not why shouldn't this happen to me, not the complaining questions. We people focus more on our problems. Trust me, we magnify our problems. We speak them loud. If we had a mega microphone, we'll just be there talking about our. And I don't know why we find so much energy in just like bringing our problems out there, right? But mindset change encourages us to focus on our strengths. It's not telling you that you don't have your problems, it's acknowledging that you have your problems, but however, you have strengths in you, you have possibilities in you, and you also have future opportunities. So today, I want us to reflect on three powerful questions that Dr. Sunshine Sylvia always, if you've met her before, these are the first questions that she will always ask you. And the first one is, what are you good at? Oftentimes, we focus on things that drain us other than the things that we do better. And you think about the things that you enjoy doing. Do you enjoy organizing things like I do? I'm a person who wants to just see organization. I'm a person who just wants to see things happen in a certain way. Think about the activities that come naturally to you. I enjoy speaking. So for me, this just coming online and speaking and encouraging somebody, this really makes me happy. So you think about the skills. What are the talents? What is the knowledge and the experiences that you possess? What is it something that you can effortlessly do that naturally comes to you? When somebody says, oh, let's go and do this. I'm a person who I love to see people smile. That is my core purpose. For me, it's seeing people smile. So anything that has to make you smile, I'll get up and do it. Are you celebrating a birthday? It will really make me happy. So I am talented like that. I am talented because I'm a very creative person. So sometimes our greatest opportunities are hidden in the things we take for granted. So because I'm talented, I always take it for granted. But you see, these are things that we need to work around. The second question is, what would you like to change? What is it that you would like to change? So here we are looking at a person who has something that they would like to improve. Perhaps it's an attitude. Perhaps it's your productivity. Perhaps it's your financial relationships. Perhaps it's your career or business. Perhaps you're just a person who thinks the worst out of life. The purpose of change is not simply to be different. No. The purpose of change is to achieve better results. I will say that again. The purpose of change is to achieve better results. You need to always ask yourself, what would I like to change so that I can achieve my desired results? And the third question is, where would you like to be in the next few years? You know, this is a question that we hardly think about. Each and every one of us lives life as it comes, but it's imperative to ask ourselves, what would you like to change in the next few years? In the next 5, 10 years? What would you like to, where would you like to see yourself? This question is not just a mere question that you have to read and pass. It's about vision. What is your vision in the next few years? Many people only focus on today and we miss opportunities available around us. Take time. Like the Bible, I would like to talk about the Bible in line with this one. The Bible in Habakkuk says, write a vision, make it plain, and in due time it will come to manifest. You have to be a person that will think about your future. You have to be a person that will think about how you want to live the rest of your life, how your children will live. What kind of a person would you like to become? What skills would you love to develop? What impact would you like to make? These are quite challenging questions for us. What opportunities are available if you prepare yourself today? You know, your future begins with the decisions that you make now. The opportunities are there. We just get so clouded in the negatives and think we don't have the opportunities. Once we take a step back, once we pay attention, we'll be able to see the opportunities that lie right in front of us. The question is whether we are preparing ourselves to take advantage of them. There are 3 questions these that helps us to discover our strengths. They help us to identify what needs to change. They also help us create a vision for our futures. And this, all this that we have talked about, is simply the foundation of mindset change transformation. So now I'd like to invite you to be with me as we take action or changes on things. So simply we act. You can do so many things. You can plan on paper. If you do not act, nothing comes out. You may ask, what is act? And I bring you to one of Dr. Sylvia Sunshine's favorite reminder, and this is action changes things. So it's ACT, A for act, C for changes, and T for things. A lot of people have dreams. A lot of people have plans. A lot of people have intentions. But action is what will produce the results that you desire to see. Knowledge without action changes nothing. You can read, you can study, you can have all those credentials, you can climb up the knowledge ladder. As long as you are not acting, there is nothing in for you. Ideas, you know, like we, the creative people, are full of ideas. Ideas without action, again, it changes nothing. Complaints. We sit complaining and saying everything bad. As long as you don't act on it, it changes nothing. Action is the bridge where we are and where we want to be. The future belongs to people who take action, not someday, but today. The future always belongs to people who take action. Not I will start tomorrow, not I will start next month, I will start it today. Like we earlier said, read a book today, drink those glasses of water today. Write your vision. Think about where you want to be in your future today. Think about the things that are challenging you and reframe your mind today. Start making consistent, actionable steps. You have to be intentional. Sometimes it's going to be difficult, but you have to show up. You have to know that I have to act in order to change the circumstance, in order to change the things that I am going through. It's not going to be easy, but it's something that you are going to benefit in the long run. If you give yourself grace, there's nothing that is impossible for you to go through. If you give yourself grace, you can go through each and every hurdle. You can go through each and every challenge, knowing that you are a victor, knowing that you have something that you are working towards. If you intentionally write down your vision, you will be able to go back. Like the Bible tells us, you have to give yourself grace because in Habakkuk, the Bible says, write a vision, make it plain, and in due time it will manifest. So the Bible is not saying the vision will come to manifest as soon as you write it. The Bible simply tells us to say we have to make it plain. That means we have to have direction and the right mindset and in due time. So, in due time simply means the simple actions that we take in order to see this vision manifest. So, you have to act not someday, but today. I challenge you to get up and do something that is way out of your comfort zone. Just one shift a day and you will see the difference. As I draw to a conclusion, I would like us to remember one important thing. We cannot change what happened yesterday. We cannot change the pain, the tears we cried. We cannot change the failures that we faced. We cannot change the money that we lost. We cannot change the children that we lost. We cannot rewrite our past. You know, this reminds me of a car. You know, there is a reason why we have the smaller mirrors to check what is happening behind us. But have you realized one thing? We have a big screen right in front of us because it's simply telling us what is behind us is less powerful than what is ahead of us. The focus should not be behind. The focus should be what lies ahead of us. What can we improve today? And when we improve today, when we improve consistently, when we create a better tomorrow, we will face life with a whole lot of success. We will face life more effective. We will face life more happier. We will face life more organized. We will face life knowing that tomorrow brings nothing but a step closer to the success that we so much desire. The challenge for each of and every one of us on this call today is simple. Live today better than you did yesterday. It's just that simple. Live better today. You know, there are times that I wake up. Oftentimes, I'm a person who wakes up with an intention. And one of the basic intentions that I live is I will show up as the best version of myself. I will do what I have to do because God has given me the ability to show up. I challenge you today, just think better. Yes, yesterday it roughed you up. It made you cry. It made you see all shades of things that you didn't even expect. But wake up today and just decide to think better. Wake up today and just tell yourself, I'm going to learn better. Wake up today and say, I will serve better. Wake up today and say, I will lead better. Become, be, be intentional about becoming a better version of yourself every single day. When we know what we are good at, we identify what we need to change, and we become very clear about where we want to go. We stop drifting through life and we start living intentionally. And trust me, living intentionally is one of the happiest and peaceful moments one person can ever attain. And that is how our transformation will begin. That is the essence of our mindset change transformation. And on behalf of Dr. SunshineSylvia B, Mutale-Mwansa, I thank you, each and every one of you, for joining us this morning. It has been an important conversation that not only challenges you, it also challenges us every single day. Every day that we live, how are we showing up? What actions are we taking? What decisions are we making? We ought to know that as long as we are alive, God has a reason for us. God has a purpose for our lives. God is still aligning. The heart of man devises the plans, but God makes the way. He is more than able to do the things that we ask Him exceedingly, abundantly, above that we could ever ask and think of. Seek His face, and He will be able to show up in the times that you can't do things for yourself. So, again, on behalf of Dr. SunshineSylvia B, I'm here to say thank you very much for joining us this morning. I encourage you to continue to strive to be more organized, to be more happier. You know, being happy is a feeling. Feel happy, be intentional about feeling happy. And I encourage you to become more productive in everything that you do. Just know that the failures of yesterday do not define your successes of tomorrow. Whatever it is that you went through, whatever the challenge that you faced, just know that another day presents itself as another opportunity for you to do something different, for you to face the world in a different way. And you know, one thing that I would also like to add on, being organized takes a lot of stress from you. You know clearly what you're going to do. You know clearly what you're going to achieve. And on the same line, once you achieve something, celebrate each and every win. If you had one important task that you completed, be it writing one page a book, be it responding to an email, be it trying to meet a person for the first time and close that business deal. If you manage to do that one task that you organized and told yourself I was going to do, take it off and be happy with it. Face each day with a positive mindset. We have a lot of things to fight, but as long as we don't work around the way we show up, we will always remain frustrated. Once again, thank you for taking time to be with me. I am so grateful. I'm grateful for the opportunity to come here and present on behalf of Dr. SunshineSylvia, who is not here today. We can wish her nothing but all the best, even as she passes through this trying time. May the Lord be with her. And I always say this, there is nothing that God cannot help you go through. Even in this trying moment, we know that Dr. SunshineSylvia is anchored in God's grace. God bless you all. I wish you all a very happy, productive, and happy day. and I thank you.